took a lay down in the grass. Just waiting for these thoughts to pass. Thought greens and blues would get me through what silence has always proven to soothe. No substitute. Let the light that I am never let it dim, never let it dim. Let the light that I am never let it dim, never let it, never let it, never let it dim. Took a walk down familiar path. Thought the steps that went before me would make things easier. Seeing stars and street lights all of the time. Think how they all shine so bright. I'm wondering, what's the difference between their light? Let the light that I am never let it dim, never let it dim. Let the light that I am never let it dim, never let it dim. Let the light that I am, oh, never let it dim, never let it dim. Let the light that I am, oh, never let it dim, never let it, never let it dim. Oh, let the light that I am never let it dim, never let it, oh, 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 oh. Let the light that I am never let it dim, never let it dim. Let the light that I am never let it dim.
My name is Justin Sheppard, and I'm here to share a really quick little story about what love means to me. So, I've spent a lot of my life, spending pretty much all of my adult life, wondering, why is love outside of myself? Kind of looking outside of myself for all these experiences to make me feel love. So, I'd look to people, I'd look to places, I'd look to things, circumstances, and those were my fuel, those were like my source of love. And what that left me feeling a lot of time is not very good, because life happens and things don't exactly go the way that we think they're going to go. And when that happened, I felt that I wasn't getting love, like there was no love for me. So a couple of years ago, I started practicing meditation. I learned a variety of different techniques of meditating. And for those of you that have never practiced meditation, it's essentially just paying undistracted attention to reality. So one popular practice is you will sit and you'll just watch your breath. There's an inflow and an outflow of your breath. Then you watch your thoughts go by, And your mind will come up with all sorts of crazy types of thoughts. You'll have worrisome thoughts, you'll have angry thoughts, you'll have joyful thoughts, excited thoughts. All these different types of thoughts are going to pop into your mind. And what we do is we use the breath as an anchor. We learn that we actually have control over our attention. And this actually helped me so much in feeling more love for myself and actually being able to see it in other people. So as I was saying, there's a lot of different techniques of meditation. One that I like is called contemplative meditation. So contemplative meditation is where you sit and you contemplate something. So you take the lyrics to a song, or you take one word, or you could take a painting and look at a painting and contemplate what does it mean to you. And so you sit and you contemplate something. So I've spent a lot of time contemplating the word love in the last few years because for much of my adult life, I felt like I didn't have a lot of it. So when I started meditating, looking at my thoughts, I sat and I contemplated love. So I sit, and I'd take a nice in-breath, take a nice out-breath, and then I'd think to myself, what is love? And then my crazy mind brings up the night at the Roxbury, and what is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more. And your mind does crazy things like that. And then I return myself to the breath. So remember, the breath is the anchor, right? So what I've learned is I have control over where I put my attention. I can put my attention on Jim Carrey and Will Ferrell in the car, bobbing their head, singing the song, or I can bring myself back to the breath. So when I do that, and I keep asking what is love, I've received lots of different insights. One thing that I've seen is that love is something that we can express. So love is expressed through our actions, be that gifts. So for me, I play music. Other people do all sorts of other beautiful things that are unique to them. So love can express through you. One thing I've also learned is love is definitely not something you can get. That's what I learned most of my adult life, was that it's definitely not something out there that I can get. It had to be within me. And what I've come to kind of feel and realize is that love is actually a quality of who I am. And it's a quality of who everybody in this room is. What we're here to do is actually to let it happen. So what we're here to do is to let love, not get love. Because when we're thinking we need to get love out of something, whether that's a person, money, going to a certain place, certain circumstance, that's a mentality of have not. So when you're operating from the place of I need to go and get something, you're suggesting to the universe that you either don't have it at all or that you somehow think you need more of it. So I shifted from that into realizing that I'm like a wellspring of love. Like inside of me, there's just like an infinite amount of love. I just need to let it happen. And like the song that I just sang to you, the lyric says, let the light that I am, never let it dim. You can replace that word with love. You can replace it with joy. You can replace it with beauty, intelligence, well-being, abundance, all these different qualities of who you are. And I just want to touch a second on what I mean by quality. So I want you guys to imagine for a second that you're looking at a rose. And while you're looking at a rose, it's just a rose. It's just a thing. But when you experience beauty and when you experience love from looking at that, that's not the rose, that's you. It's actually activating something within you. And that's our work. So our work is to find a way to let love happen. And how we do that is through meditating. We contemplate things, we pray, we have affirmative thoughts. We say great things and mean it to other people, like the activity that Ashley had us do down in the lobby. In the bar. So I just want to invite everybody to join me in raising our consciousness in this room, and by doing so we're going to raise the consciousness of the entire planet. So I'm going to take you through a quick little 3-minute meditation, and it's the sort of thing you can do throughout your day to remind yourself of exactly what you are. So if you just want to close your eyes, and you're going to
put your hands either face up or face down on your lap. And if you've never done this before, don't worry, it's easy. It's nice and it's good. You're all good. Beautiful. So we're going to start by illustrating that we have control over our attention. Okay? Where our attention goes, energy flows. And we have control over attention. We don't necessarily have control over our thoughts. Like earlier I mentioned the night at the Roxbury popped into my head. That was random. Your mind comes up with random thoughts, but you have control over how much you feed them. So I want you to start by taking a big inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Awesome. One more. And take one more in-breath and hold it at the top. And release. So I want you to bring your attention to the inflow and outflow of your breath. You can focus either on the inhale and exhale on the tip of your nose. You'll feel cool air going in, warm air going out. Or you may feel the sensation more strongly in the rise and fall of your belly. So just bring your attention to that. What we're going to demonstrate right now is that you can place your attention on more than one thing at once and you have control over that. So while focusing on your breath, bring your awareness to your heart space. Today's all about love, so let's talk about the heart. Focusing on your breath, feel the beating of your heart. Feel what it feels like in your heart space. We have control over our attention. Now bring your awareness to the top of your head while focusing on the inflow and outflow of your breath. Feel the sensations in the top of your head while focusing on your breath. We have control over our attention. And now what we're going to do is we're going to say some things out loud. I'm going to say something. We will all repeat them. And I want you to feel into what it feels like to say these words while also keeping your attention on your breath. I'm available to more love than I ever thought is possible. This is where you guys talk. Love is expressing through me in every moment. Love is a fundamental quality of who I am. I'm here to let love. The light that I am is never dimming. We have control over our attention. Everybody in this room has the same mission, and that is to let the light and let the love that you are never dim. Thank you guys very much.